The clock struck 10 p.m. when James, a paranormal investigative reporter, arrived at the abandoned mansion on the outskirts of the town of Ravenswood. The mansion stood like a dark giant against the starry sky, its windows broken and its structure dilapidated. For years, stories had been told that the mansion was haunted, and James was determined to discover the truth. Accompanied by his colleague, Sarah, and a team of cameras and audio recorders, James entered the mansion. The air was thick and cold, and the echo of his footsteps filled the silent corridors. The mansion seemed frozen in time, with sheet-covered furniture and dusty portraits on the walls. The team began to explore the rooms, recording every detail. Soon, they began to hear strange noises, whispers in the shadows, footsteps that seemed to follow them, and the creak of doors opening and closing on their own. "Are you sure we should be here?" Sarah asked in a shaky voice. James nodded, trying to hide his own unease. "We need to find out what's going on here. That's why we're here." They continued to explore the mansion, coming to a room on the second floor that appeared to be the old library. The books were covered with dust and the shelves were full of cobwebs. In the center of the room, there was an ancient lectern with an open book on it. James approached it and saw that the pages were filled with writing in an unknown language. As he stared at the book, he felt a shiver run down his spine. The lights in the lamps began to flicker and then went out completely. The room was plunged into darkness, and the team switched on their flashlights. Suddenly, they heard a whispering whisper that seemed to come from everywhere at once. "Get out, now," whispered a faint, chilling voice. The team hurried out of the room and continued to explore the mansion in search of answers. As they walked down a hallway, the doors slammed shut behind them, trapping them in darkness. They tried to open them, but they were sealed shut as if someone or something did not want them to leave. The silence became even more oppressive, and the team could feel a presence in the room with them. Their flashlights flickered, and in the dim light, they saw a blurry figure of a woman dressed in white. "Who are you?" asked James in a trembling voice. The figure did not respond and disappeared into the darkness. The team managed to open the doors and escape from the hallway, but the incident left them all terrified. They decided to return to the library and examine the book they had found. As James skimmed through the pages written in an unknown language, Sarah began to feel a tightness in her chest and a choking sensation. "We've got to get out of here," she shouted, grabbing James by the arm. But before they could move, the library doors slammed shut behind them, trapping them once again. The figure of the white-clad woman appeared in the doorway, staring at them with empty, dark eyes. "What do you want from us?" James asked desperately. The figure approached them, and a whispering voice full of agony filled the room. "Help me! Free me!" The team felt a surge of terror as the figure came even closer. James remembered the book and began to read the words in the unfamiliar language aloud. As he spoke the words, the figure began to fade away, and the library doors swung wide open. James and Sarah ran out of the room, out of the mansion and into the night. They never returned to the abandoned mansion, but they never forgot the terrifying experience they had had there. The mansion remained a mystery, but at least the figure of the woman in white had found her release. The legend of the abandoned mansion persisted in Ravenswood, and no one dared to go near it again. James and Sarah never spoke of what they had seen and experienced there, but they knew that they had crossed the threshold between the unknown and the terrifying, and that the truth was sometimes more frightening than they could imagine.